Welcome to Technology Zone, where power meets precision and machines make history. Asterisk today, we take a deep dive into one of the most recognizable military vehicles on Earth, the Humvee, officially known as the HMMWV, or High Mobility Multipurpose Wheeled Vehicle. You've seen it in movies. You've seen it in news footage from Iraq, Afghanistan, and other conflict zones. Asterisk. But what exactly makes the Humvee such a legendary machine? Let's break it down, from design and performance to real-world combat and its evolving legacy. The Humvee story begins in the late 1970s. Asterisk back then, the U.S. military relied heavily on outdated Jeeps, lightweight, open-top vehicles that were simply not suited for the changing nature of war. Asterisk. The Pentagon wanted a new kind of vehicle, something faster, tougher, and more adaptable. Asterisk, a vehicle that could operate in every environment: jungle, desert, snow, and urban warfare. Asterisk, in 1981, AM General won the contract to build a new vehicle. What they delivered was beyond expectations. It was massive, wide, and powerful. Asterisk, the HMMWV was born, and the world would never look at military transport the same way again. Asterisk, the Humvee made its battlefield debut in the Gulf War of 1991, and it instantly gained legendary status. Asterisk, while tanks roared across the desert, it was the Humvee that carried troops, towed artillery, transported supplies, and served as a mobile command post. Asterisk, its presence was everywhere, agile, fast, and reliable. Asterisk, so what makes the Humvee so special? Let's talk about performance. Asterisk, under the hood, the Humvee packs a 6.2L or 6.5L V8 diesel engine, depending on the variant. Asterisk, it's not built for speed, though it can reach up to 70 miles per hour, but for torque, endurance, and off-road strength. Asterisk, it's a full-time 4x4 vehicle with 16 inches of ground clearance, allowing it to traverse rivers, rocky hills, muddy roads, and war-torn terrain with ease. Asterisk, its wide frame, over 7 feet, makes it incredibly stable, even when loaded with gear or troops. Asterisk, but the real genius of the Humvee lies in its modular design. Asterisk, it can be configured in more than 20 different roles, from a troop carrier and ambulance, to a tow missile launcher, anti-aircraft gun truck, communication center, or even a mobile shelter. Asterisk, need to carry cargo. There's a variant for that. Asterisk, need to transport 8 fully armed soldiers through hostile territory? No problem. Asterisk, need to mount a heavy machine gun on the roof and turn it into a battlefield tank? That's what the M114 variant is for. Asterisk, in combat zones like Iraq and Afghanistan, the Humvee became a symbol of American military presence. Asterisk, it was used for patrolling urban streets, escorting convoys, and even surviving ambushes and roadside bombs. Asterisk, but those same battlefields expose some of the Humvee's weaknesses. Asterisk, originally, the Humvee wasn't designed to withstand IEDs, improvised explosive devices, one of the most lethal threats in modern warfare. Asterisk, to counter this, armored variants were quickly developed, adding bullet-resistant glass, reinforced doors, and blast plates underneath the vehicle. Asterisk, these upgrades helped save thousands of lives, but they also made the Humvee heavier, slower, and harder to maintain. Asterisk, that's why in the mid-2010s, the U.S. military began to replace the Humvee with the JLTV, the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, which offers better armor, more mobility, and cutting-edge technology. Asterisk, still, tens of thousands of Humvees are still in active service, not just in the U.S., but in more than 60 countries worldwide. Asterisk, now, let's talk numbers. Asterisk, since its creation, over 280,000 Humvees have been produced. Asterisk, Each one costs between $70,000 to $220,000 USD, depending on the configuration and armor level. Asterisk, it weighs around 2.5 to 4.5 tons, and its fuel range sits around 300 miles per tank. Asterisk. And here's something fascinating. The Humvee isn't just a war machine. Asterisk, in 1992, AM General released a civilian version called the Hummer H1. Asterisk, made famous by celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It looked nearly identical to the military version, just with leather seats and air conditioning. Asterisk. Though the H1 eventually gave way to the H2 and H3, the original civilian Humvee became a status symbol, a tank on wheels for the streets. Asterisk. But no matter how flashy the Hummer got, the real story lies in the dirt-covered, battle-scarred Humvees serving in active war zones. Asterisk. These vehicles represent endurance, toughness, and adaptability. Asterisk. They've driven through minefields, delivered supplies under gunfire, and carried wounded soldiers to safety. Asterisk. Even today, you'll find Humvees operating in disaster relief missions, UN peacekeeping forces, border patrols, and more. It's a machine that just refuses to quit. So what's next? Asterisk. As the military transitions to more high-tech vehicles, the Humvee's era may be winding down. Asterisk. But in terms of legacy, it will always be remembered as the vehicle that defined 21st century ground warfare. Asterisk. The question is, was it the best ever? Asterisk. Or is it time for something new to take the throne? We want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the Humvee still deserves a place in today's battlefield? Asterisk. Or has the time come for something smarter, stronger, and faster? Asterisk. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Technology Zone, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story about the world's most powerful machines. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay sharp, stay powerful. Asterisk. And remember, machines may evolve, but legends never die.